It's the twist when it's twist, slaying it with the twist. Can't resist that fearlessness in the mission's got the gist.
Okay, so today, right-wing activist Charlie Kirk has died. And at the tender age of 31 years old, he was at a Utah university doing a speech, and with a single shot, his life was ended. If you follow him, you know that he's not really what you would call Democratic friendly. He is a strong MAGA supporter. He pretty much built his platform on anyone that wanted to challenge his MAGA ideology could come on his show and he would debate them. So naturally, it seems like, having a live show in Utah, which is where he was going to kick off an actual tour, made sense. Unfortunately, he will never get that opportunity again. We've got to stop this political violence. And this climate of political violence has actually been created, right? It goes all the way back to Abraham Lincoln, JFK. If there's some radical person that doesn't believe what you believe, and they feel like they have an obligation to take you out. Not only that, the shooter is still at large. Initially, there was an arrest of who they thought was on campus and was the shooter, and it was not the shooter. So now this shooter is still at large with this same ideology that his purpose or her purpose in life is to, be this hero. This is what happens when you steadily perpetuate propaganda. We have a mental health crisis in the United States. Hello? We've had it for a minute. And with that crisis, it's translated into a gun crisis. Because it's not just people that are hunters or people that, like to feel safe carrying their guns that are buying guns. The people that are buying guns are people with mental health issues. So because we have such a big mental health problem here in the United States, there's no surprise why this is happening. It's school shootings. It's all kinds of shootings. And if you talk to anyone from another country, I had a friend that was from Canada. She said, we think that Americans are violent. I'm like, really? That's the perception that the world has of us and of the United States, that we're a violent country. And actually, I can't disagree. There is a large amount of violence. And I think that as Americans, we've kind of gotten desensitized to it. Where if you see a school shooting, if it's not in your neighborhood or not your child, then it's like, oh. And this happened at a university. So this happened in front of children, students, his family. This is perpetuating the same thought process. Violence is a video game. You shoot the enemy and then game's over. And in this case, the shooter has escaped, so we don't even know where the shooter is. probably on to his next person on the hit list. Because apparently there was an actual hit list when other political persons have been killed before, such as in Minnesota. There was actually a school shooting in Colorado at the same time this was going on. So the only thing that you can deduce from this is that it's these people that are enraged and without the proper mental health care. And they're making these haphazard decisions that are impacting many lives because they don't even value their own. This does not need to be politicized into a MAGA issue or a democratic issue. This is a human issue. A human issue that we now don't understand as a collective group of humans what is right and what is wrong. How to make change without violence. I know there was a song that came out during my time called Self-Destruction. Maybe we need to play that on the radio again. I'm just saying. Stop the violence.